Okay, so let us do some more recording. This is our third episode. Yay! I stuck to that for three whole episodes. Alrighty. Now, welcome to Life with Sharon, learning to love retirement after being forced into it. Learning to love forced retirement. Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this episode. I'm your host, Sharon. Let me just get my mic set up here. Okay, this is for all of those of us who've been through the ringer, laid off, downsized, terminated, or forcibly retired. So, you're looking to make some money online, conserve your savings, and make sure you have got the retirement you intended because you're making some kind of money. So we're going to really talk about money in this podcast in the future and how we can find new ways to make money, such as freelance writing, tutoring, virtual assistants, or starting your own small business. Now today, what I want to talk about is something that I feel is one of the most fun ways to make money without a job, and that is basically selling either new or used items that you have around the house or that you buy on clearance, reselling that stuff, packaging it up, restoring it if you have to. And let's talk about it, because I once did this when I took a break from my job, and I got up to $6,000 a month. Of course, then it got boring. So that's just me. If you're a focused person, unlike me, likes to flit from thing to thing, you can probably get at least up to 10 grand a month. Doing packaging, making sure everything is set up. I did this on Amazon FBA, but there are so many marketplaces today. Online marketplaces, that's one of your first places to look where you can sell things. Purchasing items on sale or clearance from big box stores like Walmart or Target or local thrift shops and reselling them. That's one of the main ways people do this. You can sell it on eBay. You can sell your stuff on Amazon, Poshmark, and there's a few others too. Focus on items like brand name clothing or electronics, books, toys, collectibles. Try to specialize. I myself like the smaller items because of the fact that I move from place to place, and although now that I've moved up north, this may be where I'm staying. But if you are on the road, if you are living in an RV and you're keeping your stuff in storage, focus on small items. And this is the time of year to get started, folks. September, holidays are coming. This is when people will be doing lots of shopping. You don't need much investment. You can start with a couple $100 to source your initial inventory. The potential profit can be significant. Research well. Find $10 items on clearance and sell them for $30 to $40 online. You can sell your items, mark them up to 3 to 4 times the price. People won't mind paying for things, especially now that it's gift giving time. They do not want to go to the post office and ship that stuff themselves. So they will order it from you and have you ship it. You could consider gift wrapping. I don't know how popular that is because I never did that. Second reselling opportunity, flipping your books and your media. There are so many books, DVDs, and CDs and video games out there. that people still like owning things outright instead of just having it sit on some servers far away. So you can still source things. I mean, like my daughter, I forget how much she paid, but she got the full boxed set of Xena. Somebody else got me the full box set of Monk. Was it Monk or Murdoch's Mysteries? I think it was Murdoch's Mysteries. I love Murdoch's Mysteries. Let's see. So, focus on textbooks or rare books, out of print titles, and the investment needed is low. Books and media you can often get that stuff for like $1 to $5 each, and you can resell that stuff for 5 to 10 times the original price, especially if it's something rare. So the profit potential is high, but don't buy too much at first. Don't do what I did. I have got stuff in there still waiting to be resold because after I went back to working, oh God, that stuff is sitting in the garage. So, let's see. One of my favorite ones is selling vintage or secondhand clothing. Yeah. Young people, they do love that vintage stuff. At least I did back in the day when I would party at the Danceteria in New York City. Vintage clothing and secondhand clothing was all the rage, and I am telling you, I think it still is. You can get vintage clothing. I used to dress like Boy George. But nowadays people don't even know who Boy George was. But yeah, vintage clothing, brand name items. Go to thrift shops. Do not invest too much at first. Make sure you are cautious with your investment, because you make your money when you buy the item. Garage sales, consignment shops. So then you can sell them on Poshmark, Depop, eBay. Look for designer brands, rare vintage pieces, and high quality materials. Stuff that's trending. Fashion trends often recycle. So some vintage pieces become highly sought after. You do not need much investment. Many quality items can be found for less than $10. You got to get some experience in what's the profit potential before you just go out and invest too much. And your fourth way of doing this is retail arbitrage. Now, retail arbitrage basically is, well, that's very similar to number one. I don't know how that's much different. Going to get things on clearance. Target is one store that is very, very good at selling things just the day after the holiday season. So the day after St. Patty's Day, you're going to get a whole bunch of stuff really, really cheap. The day after Valentine's Day, the day after Christmas, the day after, what's another holiday that's big on buying things? What holiday did I go and I bought a bunch of picture frames? Was it Valentine's Day? Yeah. Well, Target is famous for really great sale items. But even when you're not buying sale items, if you're buying specialty items, let's say you're going to Michael's or some hobby shop to get specialty items, you can really sell that stuff for many times the price. And let's say Your fifth way is flipping furniture. Now I gotta tell you, flipping furniture, I find that a little bit too physical for me. But if you don't have a bad back, you can buy pieces, small furniture pieces, and then restore them with, obviously you're going to have to learn how to sand things down, repaint them, repair them. Popular items include dressers, tables, chairs, and decorative home items. Now, you can take a helper with you because honestly, this can be very lucrative, especially if you're getting sort of stuff that looks, rustic or looks like it could have been in an old movie. Farmhouse style. And it's one of those things that not everybody can do because not everybody has a van or a truck to take this stuff home in. So it limits your competition. And limiting your competition is very important. This is what I found out when I went into the house cleaning business. Oh yeah, people pay a good amount of money for that, but unfortunately, it's also very easy to enter. And once my helper, who happened to be an immigrant from the islands, but who didn't have, I guess she didn't have papers, but once she found out that she could call my clients behind my back, offer them a lower price, and then go and do the job instead of me, well, that was once I found out she was doing that, that was my cue to just drop that business. Because house cleaning, yeah, you can make good money doing it, but there's too much competition from people who don't speak English and have no papers. There's just too much competition. So you can either get mad about immigrants, or guess what? You can compete with immigrants by getting things they can't get, like a degree, financial aid, that kind of thing. And that's what I did. So I stepped away from house cleaning. But hey, if you want to think about it, depending on your area, you may be able to pick up some good house cleaning jobs for $50, $100 a pop. With my bad back, I wouldn't do it anymore, even if I could get around all that competition. Sourcing and selling. Now, number 6 is sourcing and selling limited edition items. Now, if you have some idea of some limited edition items, like sneakers or collector's items, tech gadgets, I don't know. You can resell them on eBay, StockX, Amazon. Focus on things that are in high demand and low supply, like limited release sneakers, exclusive merchandise, video game consoles. Pick one area, get to know it, and that way when you see the items at garage sales, flea markets, selling anywhere, even online, buy the item at a low price and then resell it. I mean, these things can sell for 2 to 3 times their retail price. Number 7, liquidation pallets. I once looked into this, and I gotta tell you, those liquidation pallets, okay, that's a lot of stuff. And some of that stuff, it's okay. Focus on general merchandise pallets, and you can resell them at places. Let's see, you can resell them online, at different companies. You need between 200 to 1,000 to buy the pallet. So the because the profit margin varies greatly. Be careful. All right, tips for getting started. Do your research. Research, but stop researching just by researching. I get tired and bored if I just research. I gotta go out and buy one or two items, look to see exactly how it's done, prove the concept by actually doing it, see what kind of profits you can make. Make sure you get high demand, low supply items. And they have various software tools that can be used to gauge your profitability. Start small. Always start small. Don't buy a storage space and just start shoving things in there. Start very small. Leverage your social media. Promote your items through social media. Make sure you can get some attention, some eyes on whatever it is you're selling. Keep your eye on fees. Now, any kind of these platforms, they will... Shut up. What time is it? Oh, it's 3:30. Make sure that you keep an eye on the fees, because the fees and the shipping can really eat into your profits. So make sure you factor those in. Build a good reputation, and you'll have people coming back. So start with one or a combination of these. Build a profitable reselling business. September is the best time, one of the best times to start, September, October, because holidays are coming and people are in a buying mood. The key is to stay consistent, adapt yourself to what sells best, and always be on the lookout for new opportunities. Now, that's it for this particular podcast of reselling. Thanks so much for tuning into this episode. I am truly excited to build this community with you. Remember, no matter how tough things get, we've got each other. Together we'll find ways to thrive, laugh, and make the best of this unexpected journey. Yeah. Until next time, I'm Sharon. This is Life with Sharon. Keep your heads up, stay strong, and let's learn to love this new phase of life together.